Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenidos. It's another week with the Bearded Bros Golf Show. I'm Rod.
And now Marcus.
Feel good story for the weekend. Team Woods at the PNC. A lot of pictures posted from them. I have a little slideshow up. So they struggled a little bit yesterday with putting, but got it together on this final day of the PNC. Shot 11 under for 61. So I think they're tied for fifth, is where they're going to finish or finished in the tournament. But it was just
Yeah,
good seeing them out there as a family and, smiles and enjoying themselves. They had the carts going, so we don't really know how Tiger's doing after back to back weeks playing, or it's not back to back. He had a week in between, but overall, the swing's still looking functional, right? This isn't really a high pressure tournament. Yes, you want to go out there and perform, but it's not
yeah,
like you're lacing it up for a true PGA Tour event. We will see him in
yeah,
February more than likely, I believe. So, but he looked good, and Charlie and him looks like they have a really good relationship, and that's heartwarming to see. Dads being dads. What'd you think of the Woods team going out there and showing the
yeah.
love to each other?
They walked today because the weather was good enough. They did
Oh,
ride
okay.
yesterday. Yeah, because I saw the picture, the photo, the footage I saw today. Sam was carrying, and then Charlie's buddy from his high school team was carrying his bag. So weather was good enough. So I guess they walked. Only reason they didn't walk is because they were trying to push things up yesterday, but looked really
Yeah.
good. And just like what you said, like just good on them to be old enough and mature enough to be able to have their own opinions on their dad. I know it was very tumultuous as they started and, when they were kids. And of course, with mom still being in the picture and everything like that, they weren't going to be able to, have both sides of the story. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Tiger apologist. Tiger definitely did wrong. And hopefully he paid for that and, made sure that he let them know in his own personal way or however it did. But I'm glad they recovered enough to be father son, daughter son, and still be able to have these moments. I feel like, of course, it being on TV and stuff, you trying to get your image up. A little bit of it was forced. Like I feel like a little, like a
Okay. Okay.
couple too many
Okay.
hugs, couple too many
Well,
hugs,
unpopular opinion there. Okay.
a few too many chuckles where they weren't, quite authentic. I mean, I know it sounds like some hater shit, but you're talking to a guy that has worked in customer service for over a decade who knows bullshit when he sees it. So some of these things weren't quite all as authentic as they looked on TV. Just something to report about, something for Noda to talk about because he only talks about Tiger, things like that.
I know
But
he's a tiger
it
whisperer.
only NBC and Tiger. That's all he's got. But kudos to him. He's found his niche. He gonna stay enrolled and he's gonna stay employed. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
overall it was great. And like I've been talking about, this is a new side of Tiger we didn't used to see. And it could be because he's getting older and knows what's up, knows what's around the corner, wants to be given all these gems before it's too late. But Tiger is well on his way. And he already knows who he needs to be swinging like. And it's not Tiger, it's Rory. So I think we're in good hands with that guy there.
Yeah. Charlie's gonna he's got the swagger. It's be interesting to see how he fills out physically in the coming years. I think he's what, 15 at this point? And so
14 still.
um okay. And yeah, I mean the speed is there. With that recoil, with the driver.
His ball's
There's
rolling
that
out.
recoil. He waved that.
I mean, he's pretty impressive with the long stick, and you saw some short game from him this week. I do think there's some credence. I don't know. I don't know if it's fake or Tiger kind of. He's been so intense his entire life and solely focused on golf, and that
Right. It could just be
I don't
awkward.
know
It
if
could just be him
I
trying
think
to,
it could be some awkwardness, right? We don't
yeah, him
know.
trying to get it together.
Yeah, and even I don't know, like going back to the hero. something's going on with how he's talking. It's a little bit different. I don't know. It's like stiff or something. It's hard for me to place what's going on, but listening to old Tiger interviews versus like how he's talking now, saw him interrupt with or interact with Annika Sorenstam, and he's like, "Honey," and it was just kind of weird. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out and place it, but I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. But I don't know. I think he's in a place where he's never been before, and that may be some of him feeling it out and seeing how this feels, because he almost feels a little bit warm, right? Tiger's always had a little bit of coldness to him, very
Yeah,
straightforward, very down the line, and not, providing these completely clinical answers with no nuance to him. So, maybe he's
agreed.
just exploring what it feels like to be the full version of Tiger and
To
while
be
in
a
the public
person
eye. Yeah, essentially. You know,
and not
you
an
know, you know
idol
that
and
you're,
not like a
you know,
superhuman.
you
Yeah,
your days are limited at this point in terms, not, playing wise. Yes, relatively in life, he's still a young man, right?
yeah,
Youngish. He's middle aged. He's got 20 great years left in him. But again, you're mortal. You're at your peak athletic days are very long gone, and whatever you can give your son and pass along to him is, probably where his focus is these days. So
definitely.
you get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So
Absolutely.
uh, hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.